Now it's time for me to introduce Dyllan Liu, co-founder and CEO of Rankai, another YC-backed startup. Rankai is an AI marketing agency revolutionizing SEO by automating the entire process, making it 20 times more affordable for businesses. In this session, Dyllan Liu will talk about how to let AI agents automatically get you more visitors from Google. So let's welcome Dyllan Liu.
All right, let's do this. Hi, everyone. My name is Dylan, and I'm the CEO and founder of Rankai. We let AI agents automatically get you more visitors from search engines such as Google. And today, I'm going to cover what exactly is SEO, how does it tie in with boosting e-commerce sales, how does SEO actually work under the hood, and what do SEO agencies that people pay thousands of dollars to actually do under the hood. And finally, I'm going to cover how does Rankai actually work and how are we deploying autonomous AI agents that automate the SEO work that usually costs thousands of dollars by SEO agencies. And let's get started. Okay, let's get started with a little bit of background of me and my co-founders. So we have raised millions of dollars from Y Combinator and other top VCs in the Silicon Valley. And our team and I have previously worked at companies such as McKinsey, Amazon, and worked at labs as well as attended UC Berkeley and Stanford. At the same time, my co-founder, I want to highlight, also built a previous product. And he did it from 0 to 4 million monthly active users in just under 11 months. And of course, he has done so with the help of organic traffic and of course, SEO. All right, so here comes the introduction. I'm going to tell you what exactly is SEO. So SEO, search engine optimization, is the practice of helping your website rank higher in search results. And that means that companies actually want customers coming in from marketing channels from us Google. Just like Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and other paid advertising you do. Search engine is such an important channel for getting businesses, getting customers and clients, and that's especially for e-commerce stores. So why especially for e-commerce stores, a search engine is so important? This is because number one, the purchase intent is very clear and high in the specific channel. Like I mentioned, search engine is just another marketing channel. So why does it have higher intent than other channels? This is because for other ads channels like Facebook, TikTok, even Reddit and other forums, people are getting recommended ads of what they potentially want to purchase for. And because there's that guessing process, there's a probability that it's guessed incorrectly. However, for SEO, what's so different is people are actively searching for the exact product that they want. And that's why often search engine optimization or search engine marketing have such a much higher purchase intent and much more conversion than other marketing channels. And another part why it's so important for e-commerce is it's very cost effective. While the SEO takes initial investment of money and time, and it often takes more than 6 months to really show the full potential and result of SEO. Sustainability growth of SEO and you will get sustainability growth from SEO and also free organic traffic once it's established. This means that once your website is already ranked as number one for, let's say, best skincare product 2024, and that's a search query, and you will be getting consistent traffic unless it has been to 2025. But what I'm trying to say is it's usually much more longer term return and results compared to paid advertisement. And a third aspect as to why it's so important is it actually builds brand authority and trust. Ranking higher on Google doesn't just get you more traffic and viewer and visitors. It also shows that your brand is the leader of your industry or your specific product that you're offering. And that actually boosts the credibility and trustworthiness of your brand. This is shown as not only do top results on Google get more visitors, views, and impressions, and clicks, it actually gets more sales conversion once the customer has landed on that website, as shown by different studies. And that's because number one just feels such more trustworthy and credible for customers. And trust, we all know how important that is in terms of conversion. All right, I'm going to quickly highlight the few important pillars of SEO and how it actually works under the hood. Number one, most important part of SEO is figuring out what are your future customers actually searching for on Google. And this is to understand what type of search queries people actually want to search for to find your businesses. For example, a daycare center in Palo Alto might target the search query where to send my babies in South Bay Area. And I bet that's a search query that people search for. And I can actually check the exact traffic data on that in various tools. And that's such an ideal keyword for the specific business I've just mentioned. And with that being said, every type of business, whether you're an agency, a daycare center, or an e-commerce store, there is an ideal set of keywords that you can look for and expand upon. That's ideal for getting high intent traffic and high conversion traffic to your website. And those is crucial for you to find that list of keywords. And another thing I need to highlight here is longer tail keywords tend to yield much higher result than shorter keywords. And one example would be, let's say that someone is searching the term car. What does it actually mean when people search for car? Can you actually know the intent behind it? Could they be searching for car repair or search for a new tire? They can look to rent a car. They can look to buy a new car, buy a secondhand car, or maybe they might be looking for an Uber driver, or a taxi. You never know what they mean when they search for a car. And that means that if you are a second car resale marketplace, that's not the most ideal word you want to target, because not only does it not have strong intent, it's also so short, concise, and that means so many people and bigger players are all looking to target that keyword. Even though car is such a frequent word to be searched, there's only so many rooms for top results on the first page of Google. And getting the first page is just so crucial. And with that, we can all think of the last time we scroll to the second or third page of Google. We don't often do so. And that's why getting to the first page is so important. And that being said, a much better keyword to target is those of lower competition and more stronger and clear intent behind the search. So if I'm a secondhand car resale marketplace, I want to target a word like secondhand car in San Francisco. And that's a perfect long tail keyword a business should be targeting for. And that should apply for e-commerce stores as well. And another aspect to consider when looking for these keywords, besides the length, is of course the search volume. How many people are searching for these keywords per month on Google or other search engines? And also, what's the competition behind competition score for these keywords? All right, I'll quickly touch upon this. Another important part for SEO is on-page optimization. And this is important because Google's search engine crawler bots are the ones helping Google understand where to rank your business under different keywords. You have a new website with some pages. How does Google know your website is about selling socks? It doesn't know from a human eye looking at your website, because they're not going to hire everyone to look at every website that exists. Instead, they have these bots that scrape through your HTML code to get a sense and understanding of what your business do and what your products offer. That being said, given that these bots only have access to your HTML code, that simply means HTML code is how you want to conduct your brand message and your business description so that Google fully understand what your business actually do. And that's why it's very important to optimize your HTML, such as title tags, meta descriptions, header tags, URL structure, as well as image tags. And just to elaborate, image tags are descriptions of what your images are. If you have a socks image, Crawlerbots doesn't know because they can't see the vision, they can't see the image. Instead, it requires the alt text in your HTML to tell the bots what the picture is actually about. And so the final thing, which is the most important part of SEO, is content marketing. And that being said, if you have a complete brand new site selling t-shirts, let's say you have a brand new site selling hypeware. How does Google know what type of hypeware you actually cover? What makes your hypeware different than other brand? What makes you stand out? Are you better at materials? Are you better at design? Are you better at the influencer contract you have? Google only knows if you write about it and publish those as subpages on your website. And that's why it's so important for you e-commerce owners to create content around your product so that Google knows and can rank your website with more keywords out there. And at the same time, look, we just identify a list of keywords your business should be targeting for. And the only way to communicate with Google and tell it that, hey, we're actually targeting best socks in the world, best socks 2024, is to write a specific article about that given topic. And different articles, typical article formats are product descriptions, guidelines and tutorials, or user-generated content such as Q&A as well as customer reviews. And that covers the most high-level pillars of SEO. And one more thing I want to mention is there's also technical SEOs that I haven't covered in my speech today. And these are more technical aspects that I just want to lay out here, just so that this is more accurate, but I'm not going to have a deeper dive into these topics. Cool. Now that we know what serves the underlying pillars of SEO, I want to share from a personal experience. There's so many SEO efforts that have gone to waste because it's simply the business owner or the SEO freelancer simply hasn't really checked the result and A/B tested it. People don't know the real solution as to what's going to get you more traffic. They don't always get it right 100%, the right keyword, the right content. That's just going to get you more visitors magically. There's a lot of trials and errors to really figure those things out. So it's so important to constantly look at Google Analytics, Search Console, etc. to track how many visitors are you actually getting from these content. How many clicks or viewers are you getting from these new keywords? And what type of content is generating more traffic than other type of content? And those are all important things that we need to consider and use those new learnings and insight to adjust our keyword strategy, to adjust our content strategies so that your SEO efforts becomes more and more effective as you learn more about what people actually like to see on Google. And all the information is there. You just have to take it and reflect on your current effort. Cool. Final message I want to touch upon is SEO is a long-term investment. It's a continuous process that takes a lot of effort, and it takes up to 6 months or more to really show results. However, differing than paid advertising that gets results right away, for SEO, once you're ranked high on a keyword, once you're number one on Google, you will be getting consistent traffic for that keyword. And that makes it so that SEO is often much more ROI positive compared to paid advertising in the long run. All right. So, yeah, a key fact I want to share before I dive into SEO agency. More than 50% of SMB owners cannot afford or don't want to hire an SEO agency. And simply because what I mentioned about SEO and the long-term result is just not immediate for them to realize and pay that money upfront. And another reason is just it's too expensive. So let's see here. Hiring an SEO agency involves ongoing costs, and that typically ranges from $1,000 to the upward of 10K plus. And these are based on agency experience, project scope, such as targeting more keywords, as well as just competition, how competitive this agency is. And these agencies cover pretty much all the SEO pillars I mentioned previously. And yeah, this is simply too expensive for a lot of SMB owners. And as a result, a pretty shocking stat is more than half of these businesses just choose to ignore and not do SEO at all. And they're just not utilizing this marketing funnel at all. And I hope that's not one of you guys. And if it is, I hope start changing the mindset a little bit. And yes, I agree. Dropping potentially 60 grand and only getting cash positive result after 6 months seems tricky for SMB. And I thought so too. And I knew that was a pain point. And that's why me and my company have built RankHigh. And essentially what we do is we leverage artificial intelligence to automate the entire SEO process step by step so that the AI agent end-to-end automates SEO just like an agency. As a result, we're able to cut the cost down to well over 90% and serve similar capabilities and features such as on-page optimization, like I mentioned, keyword research, content creation, result analytics, how many people are we actually getting, and most importantly, thinking and reflection. And that is so important because no matter you're an AI or a human, you don't truly understand what's going to get your SEO to work, what's going to get visitors from Google. What you know how to do is after developing a strategy for keyword and content, execute on a strategy, look at the Google Search Console, see if you're actually getting visitors. If you are, double down on your strategies. If you're not, you want to adjust your strategy, of course. And yeah, so this seems pretty surprising, I would think, if the first one who heard about RankHigh. And let me go ahead and show you how to actually work by running through a case study. And hopefully that sheds more light onto how it actually works. Let's see. So here it is, RankHigh. And yeah, what differentiates between agency and a SEO tool out there is an agency only needs 2 touch points, which is give me your website and pay me money. And as an agency, I'm going to get you more visitors from Google. And with that mentality in mind, that's how we have designed RankHigh. Let's say that I'm a skincare product owner who has a Shopify store, and I sell skincare product that focuses on clean, sustainable materials, and my product is really good for oily skin. And in this case, the example here is Amari. That's the brand name. And as the owner of Amari, I'm going to put my URL in, and this AI agency is now able to supposedly fully understand what your business do. And after it understands what the business does, it started figuring out what are my future customers searching for on Google. In this case, people are searching for keywords like organic skincare, natural beauty product, anti-aging skincare, etc. Maybe this one is not too applicable to me, but yeah, these are all relevant keywords around skincare. People are searching Google. And because people are searching for it, there's traffic, and I want to capture that traffic. And here is how Rankai helps you capture it. After it creates these keywords, Rankai, the AI agent, actually automatically creates content, such as how to choose the best organic skincare product, for example. And these products help you directly target the keywords that has traffic. And you will be getting a subset of the traffic that people are searching for those keywords. So as a result, you get more sales. And yeah, after besides keyword and content, another important aspect a SEO agencies do is technical SEO, which I mentioned is how do you communicate with Google's crawler bots what your websites actually do. And that's not just your homepage, but all your sub pages. And in this case, the AI automatically created the code changes for this page as well as all the sub pages on the website. And yeah, here is a overview of things that the AI has found out, created, and thought through about. And I'll be honest, given these materials, I would say 99% of business owners don't know what to do with it. And yes, that's why agencies exist. They don't just tell you what to do, they actually do it for you. And in this case, the AI, of course, like you imagine, it's going to do it for you. And let's first take a look at how code change works. Rankai has gone through every single subpages of this website, right? Like slash influencer slash Maze Cafe. Matasafe and processes, etc. These subpages, after it comes up with these and crawl through these, it actually generates all the relevant code changes that's needed to better communicate with Google to tell what your each pages are actually about. And these code changes are following the SEO starter guide produced by Google after you ran a comprehensive technical audit for this website. And yeah, in this case, this is a, let's see. Yeah, in this case, these are the SEO factors Google consider to be important as you craft your website's HTML. And after generating these code changes for HTML, it actually automatically applies it for you on your website, just like a agency developer. And how it works is, whether you're Shopify, WordPress, Squarespace, you just select your website provider and log in, and our AI is going to actually write all the HTML changes directly to your website. And we have sophisticated sandbox that check for these errors to make sure that nothing actually visibly get changed on your website. And I want to specifically highlight a common question we often get, which is, it's scary for someone to change code on a website. And let me be very clear, none of the code actually gets functioning code actually gets changed on your website. And at the same time, none of the content and the visual elements and any of that is getting changed. The only thing that's getting changed from the website is the tags, which are the descriptions that communicate with Google's crawler bot, so that no matter how these tags have changed, you're not going to see any visible difference on the website. So those tag changes will be applied once you connect to your CMS of your choice. I'm sure most people sitting here are Shopify, and I'm not going to walk through the exact integration. You will see a more complete demo on our website for that. And and another part I want to highlight here is keywords. So instead of letting a agency go through Google's database to find out all the keywords that you should be targeting for your business, our AI agent actually automatically do the queries for you and looks through all the keywords that's ideal to target for your specific type business, as well as looking at their traffic data, as well as difficulty competition data to find a list of keywords that's ideal for this business Amari to target. And now that I know that there's so much traffic for these keywords to capture, how do I capture these? And that has been done as well. So in order to capture these traffic, Rankai automatically creates, let's see, there we go. In order to automatically, in order to get traffic, to capture these traffic as actual visitors to my website, the way to do it is to create content to tell Google, hey, I'm actually about herbal essence. I'm actually about skincare for oily skin. And yeah, in this case, let's look at an example. And yeah, how about this? The best skincare practice for your 40s, a guide. And yeah, so it seems that anti-aging as well as skincare for people in their 40s is a common search query that AI has identified. And not only does it go through and create content for this specific keyword, the AI actually picks from a huge library of images to find out the ideal picture that goes along with the content. And it has been past the years where just regular text is going to work. The way to get more people involved and get more people interested in your content is to include visuals. And we have that embedded in. And yeah, in this case, the AI has created a full-on content addressing the exact keyword and the topic. And I want to mention that these are not just GPT-generated content. Those content do not work for Google. The only content that work are the content that has gone through thorough research, looking into reports, looking into other thought leaders, and primary insights to craft articles that have never been crafted before. And yeah, I have always been, now I think about it, I have always been asked these questions by my clients, which is, you say that it's not GPT generated, then but it is AI outputted content. How does it ever going to be as good as a human? And my answer for that is this. Look, there's so many SEO agencies helping brands like skincare, for example. I bet none of these agencies or SEO agency experts are dermatologists or skincare experts. How do they create content for skincare? What they do is they research, they look into primary sources, they read about competitors, what competitors are writing about, and they compile insights like you're doing with a research essay back as a student. And that's how people create primary content and good content as a SEO expert. And we have embedded that entire flow into our AI agent, where our agent is looking at Google, searching for other sources, and coming up with these content by looking at those, by collecting insights from different sources. And yeah, at the same time, you will see that at relevant places, let's see, yes, it would also plug in the actual brand. And this is what SEO experts do to be able to actually direct the traffic and get people interested in the brand once people see this article. And yeah, that's pretty much a quick overview of how Rankai works autonomously. And oh, again, all these content, like you previously saw, gets drafted to your Rankai dashboard, where you can one-click publish to your desired CMS. And in this case, I believe most people here are Shopify. Yeah, and here is how, once published, this content is going to look like on Google, and different keywords that's going to get this content to pop up on Google. And yeah, that's about it. And cool. And just to show a little bit more about the magic under the hood of how AI is creating content, I'm going to walk you through how AI is creating the content. And in this case, let's say that I'm going to write a new blog post. Here, I'm walking through it from a human perspective, but this whole process, you can imagine, instead of me making the choices, it's an AI that's making a choice. Excuse me. It's an AI that's making the choices. In this case, yeah, I will select a keyword. Let's say clean skincare. That's what Amari focuses on, clean skincare. And here it gives a suggestion of all the titles. For in this case, best. All right, well, importance of clean skincare in modern routines. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, in this case, it has a title, it has a keyword, and the AI has crawled through the pages to understand exactly what MRE does. Here, we can continue. And once again, instead of me doing this, what actually functions under the hood is an AI is choosing the title, is looking at the brand descriptions, choosing the keyword, and creating these. And of course, before creating the content, like I mentioned, the first step is actually for the AI to look through all the sources, to look through trustworthy and relevant sources before it actually compiles a outline of an article. And from the outline, that's when another AI agent actually generates the full-on content. And that's pretty much it. I won't go through the entire generation process under the hood. If interested, you can check out the video on our website. And yeah, that's about it. One last thing I want to mention actually is you can also connect to your Google account, your Google Console Analytics, so you can see all the pages that Rankai has created for you, how much traffic you're getting from those pages, what are the new keywords that you got ranked for, such as skincare for oily skin, that's a keyword that you can rank for, and how much visitors have you gotten for the new keywords, and as well as are the new keywords ranking higher, getting to the first page or even the top 3 spots of Google. That would be ideal. And that's pretty much a overview of how Rankai acts like a autonomous AI agent that automates every step of SEO agency to bring you more traffic from Google. All right, back into our slide. Yeah, here I want to talk about how has it been working for Rankai. I'll be frank, Rankai has operated for about 2 months, and only in the past 2 months, we have onboarded over 150 companies. And about 60% of these are e-commerce stores. And we have 1 million HTML code changes generated and implemented for our companies, and 21,000 blogs page created with an average of 300 to 3,000 new impressions per each page that we have created, and a total of almost 500,000 new visitors that have came to our client's website from using Rankai. And this is just the very beginning. And yeah, finally for next steps, it was really nice talking about how SEO works, giving you a bit of overview under the hood, as well as showing you a bit of the future and how Rankai as an AI agent is going to disrupt this industry of SEO agency. And we don't think that all SMB owners need to pay thousands of dollars per month to have access to such a lucrative and high conversion marketing channel like search engines. And to make it more accessible for everyone, we believe that it's time for AI agent to really make that democratized for all the SMB owners like yourself. As for next steps, please fill out the waitlist. Everyone here who participated in this event gets 20% discount for the first year. And yeah, feel free to follow us on socials like Twitter and LinkedIn. And yeah, nice meeting all of you. I'm Dylan once again, and it was a pleasure to tell you everything that I have told you today. Thank you.
Dyllan, thanks for sharing your take on AI agents for SEO. Can't wait to see what else we can achieve with Rankai.